Alex Reeves looked out of the small window of the spaceship. He saw the big blue Earth getting smaller and smaller. The moon, a gray ball in the sky, was getting bigger. Alex felt both excited and scared. This was his first trip to the moon. "How are you feeling, Commander Reeves?" A voice crackled through his helmet. "I'm okay. Mission control," Alex said. But deep down, he felt a little nervous. The spaceship, called Lunar Explorer 1, had been flying for 3 days now. Everything was going as planned. Alex checked all the buttons and screens in front of him. All the lights were green. That meant everything was working fine. Suddenly, a loud beep filled the small space. Alex jumped in his seat. A red light started flashing on the control panel. "What's happening?" Alex said, his heart beating fast. He looked at the screens. Numbers were changing quickly. Something was wrong with the engine. Alex's hands moved fast over the buttons, trying to fix the problem. "Mission control, we have a problem," Alex said into his radio. "The engine is..." Boom! A big explosion shook the whole ship. Alex was thrown from his seat. He hit his head on the ceiling and fell back down. The ship started to spin very fast. "Mayday! Mayday!" Alex shouted into his radio. "Engine failure. I've lost control." The ship was spinning so fast that Alex couldn't see straight. He felt sick. With shaky hands, he tried to reach the control panel, but it was hard to move. Through the window, Alex saw the moon getting closer and closer. They were going to crash. "Mission control, do you read me?" Alex shouted, but there was no answer. Just static noise in his ears. The ship was falling towards the moon very fast now. Alex's mind raced. He had to do something or he would die. He pushed buttons and pulled levers, trying to slow down the ship. The moon's surface filled the whole window now. Alex could see the gray rocks and dust. He pulled hard on a big lever. The ship slowed down a little, but it wasn't enough. Come on," Alex said through gritted teeth. The ground was coming up fast. Alex closed his eyes and held on tight to his seat. Crash! The ship hit the moon's surface with a huge bang. It bounced once, twice, and then started to slide across the dusty ground. Metal parts flew off the ship. A big cloud of moon dust rose up around it. Inside, Alex was thrown around like a rag doll. His head hit something hard. Everything went dark for a moment. When Alex opened his eyes, the ship had stopped moving. It was quiet, too quiet. He couldn't hear the usual hum of the engines or beep of the computers. Alex tried to move but felt a sharp pain in his leg. He looked down and saw that a piece of metal had fallen on it. With a groan, he pushed it off. Slowly, Alex undid his seatbelt and stood up. The inside of the ship was a mess. Broken pieces were everywhere. Sparks flew from torn wires. Alex limped to the window and looked out. All he could see was gray dust and rocks. The Earth was a tiny blue dot in the black sky. "I'm on the moon," Alex whispered. But this wasn't how it was supposed to happen. He turned to the radio. "Mission control, this is Commander Reeves. Can anyone hear me?" No answer came back, just more static. Alex felt very alone. He was stuck on the moon with a broken ship. No one knew he was here. Fear started to creep into his mind. But Alex shook his head. He couldn't give up. He was trained for emergencies. He had to think of a plan. First, he checked his spacesuit. It wasn't damaged in the crash. That was good news. It meant he had air to breathe. Next, Alex looked at the ship's systems. Most of them were broken, but the emergency beacon was still working. It was sending out a signal for help. Alex hoped someone would hear it soon. He found the emergency kit and opened it. Inside were some food bars, water, and a first aid kit. Alex cleaned the cut on his head and ate a little food. He had to stay strong. As he worked, Alex talked to himself. It helped him feel less alone. "Okay, Alex," he said. "You're on the moon. The ship is broken, but you're alive. That's the most important thing. Someone will come to help. You just have to wait." But as the hours passed, Alex started to worry more. What if no one found him? What if his air ran out before help came? He looked at the air meter on his suit. It was going down slowly but steadily. Alex did some quick math in his head. He had enough air for about 3 days. After that, Alex pushed that thought away. He had to stay positive. He decided to record a message, just in case. "This is Commander Alex Reeves of Lunar Explorer 1. He said into the ship's recorder, "We crashed on the moon due to engine failure. I'm okay for now, but I need help soon. If anyone hears this, please come quickly." After recording the message, Alex sat down and looked out the window again. The moon's surface stretched out as far as he could see. It was beautiful in a lonely sort of way. As Alex watched, he saw something strange. A small light appeared in the distance. At first, he thought he was imagining it, but the light got bigger and brighter. "What is that?" Alex said, standing up. The light moved closer to the ship. It wasn't like any spacecraft Alex had ever seen. It was round and glowed with a soft blue light. Alex's heart beat faster. This wasn't a rescue ship from Earth. It was something else. Something unknown. As the strange object got closer, Alex realized something that made his breath catch in his throat. He wasn't alone on the moon after all. But what was coming to meet him might not be human at all. The scary space trip had just gotten a lot scarier. All alone. Alex's head hurt. He slowly opened his eyes. Everything was blurry. Where was he? Then he remembered. The crash, the moon, the strange light. He sat up quickly, looking around. The inside of the spaceship was dark. Only a few small lights blinked on the broken control panel. Alex's heart beat fast. What happened to the strange light he saw? He stood up, his legs shaky. "Hello," he called out. No one answered. Just silence. Alex walked to the window. Outside, he saw only gray dust and rocks. The strange light was gone. Was it just a dream? He looked at his suit's air meter. It had gone down more. Alex did some quick math in his head. He now had air for about 2.5 days. Not good. Alex's stomach growled. He was hungry. He found another food bar in the emergency kit and ate it slowly. It didn't taste good, but it gave him energy. Next, he checked the ship's systems again. Most were still broken. The radio made only static noises. The emergency beacon light was blinking, but Alex wondered if anyone could hear it. "Think, Alex, think," he said to himself. What would Commander Johnson do? Commander Johnson was Alex's hero. He had been on many space missions. Alex tried to remember his training. First, stay calm, Alex said out loud. Second, check your resources. Third, make a plan. Alex nodded. He could do this. He started to look around the ship, making a list of what he had. His spacesuit with 2.5 days of air, 5 more food bars, 3 bottles of water, a small first aid kit, a flashlight, some tools. It wasn't much, but it was something. Now he needed a plan. Alex thought hard. He could stay in the ship and wait for help. But what if help didn't come before his air ran out? Maybe he could try to fix the radio. Or should he go outside and look for that strange light? As Alex was thinking, he heard a small beep. It came from a screen that was still working. Alex moved closer to look. His eyes went wide. The screen showed a map of the moon. There was a small red dot blinking. It was moving. "What is that?" Alex whispered. He watched the dot move slowly across the screen. It seemed to be coming towards the ship. Alex's heart beat faster. Was it a rescue team? Or was it something else? Alex looked out the window again. He couldn't see anything moving out there, but the red dot on the screen kept coming closer. He had to make a decision. Should he stay in the ship or go out to meet whatever was coming? Alex took a deep breath. He decided to be brave. He put on his helmet and checked his suit one more time. Then he went to the ship's door. His hand shook as he pushed the button to open the door. There was a hiss of air. Then the door slowly opened. Alex saw the gray surface of the moon stretching out in front of him. It was beautiful and scary at the same time. He took one small step out of the ship. His foot sank a little into the soft dust. Alex looked down and saw his footprint. He was only the 13th person to ever walk on the moon. For a moment, Alex forgot about being scared. He felt excited. He was really on the moon. But then he remembered why he was out here. He looked around, trying to see what the red dot on the screen might be. He saw nothing but rocks and dust. Alex took a few more steps. It was strange to walk on the moon. He felt very light, like he could jump really high. But he was careful. One wrong move could tear his suit. As he walked, Alex talked to himself. It made him feel less alone. "Okay, Alex," he said. "You're doing great. Just a little farther. Maybe over that big rock." Suddenly, Alex's foot slipped. He started to fall. In the low gravity, he fell slowly, but he couldn't stop himself. He hit the ground with a soft thud. Alex held his breath. Did he tear his suit? He checked quickly. No tears. He let out a sigh of relief. But as he started to get up, he saw something that made him freeze. There in the dust was a footprint, but it wasn't his. It was bigger and had a strange shape. Alex's heart pounded. Someone, or something, else was here on the moon. He stood up slowly, looking all around. That's when he saw it. In the distance, behind a large rock, was a soft glow. The same blue light he had seen before. Alex didn't know what to do. Should he go towards the light, or run back to the ship? Before he could decide, he heard a strange sound. It was like nothing he had ever heard before. It seemed to come from all around him. Then, right in front of him, the air started to shimmer. Something was appearing out of nowhere. Alex watched, his mouth open in shock, as a figure began to take shape. It was tall, much taller than any human. Its skin seemed to glow softly, changing colors like a rainbow. The creature turned its head towards Alex. It had big, kind eyes. It raised a hand, which had long, thin fingers. Alex couldn't move. He couldn't speak. He just stared at the alien in front of him. The creature made a soft sound. Then, to Alex's surprise, he heard a voice in his head. "Do not be afraid, Alex Reeves," the voice said. "We are here to help you." Alex blinked. Was this real? Or was he dreaming? He pinched himself. It hurt. This was really happening. Slowly, Alex found his voice. Who are you?" he asked. The alien smiled. At least, Alex thought it was a smile. "We are the keepers of the moon," the voice in his head said. "We have lived here, hidden, for a very long time. We watched your ship crash. We are sorry we could not prevent it." Alex had so many questions, but before he could ask any of them, he heard another sound. This one he recognized. It was the sound of a rocket engine. He turned and looked up at the sky. A small dot of light was growing bigger. It was a ship from Earth. Alex looked back at the alien, but it was gone. Had he imagined it all? The rescue ship landed nearby. People in spacesuits ran out, calling his name. As his rescuers reached him, Alex looked around one last time. In the distance, he thought he saw a flicker of blue light. Then it was gone. Alex smiled to himself. He wasn't alone after all, and he had a big secret to keep. Weird helper. Alex's head was spinning. 1 minute, he was talking to an alien. The next, he was surrounded by human rescuers. It all felt like a dream. "Commander Reeves, are you okay?" a voice called out. It was Captain Sarah Lee, leader of the rescue team. Alex nodded slowly. "I think so," he said, but his mind was racing. Should he tell them about the alien? As the rescue team checked Alex's health, he kept looking around. Where did the alien go? Was it watching them right now? "We need to get you back to the ship," Captain Lee said. "Can you walk?" Alex stood up. His legs felt wobbly. "I can try," he said. Two rescuers helped Alex walk towards their ship. It was bigger than Alex's crashed spacecraft. As they walked, Alex couldn't stop thinking about the alien. Suddenly, Alex stumbled. His legs gave out. As he fell, he heard a strange whooshing sound. Then, everything went black. When Alex opened his eyes, he was in a strange room. The walls were smooth and shiny. They seemed to glow with a soft light. This wasn't the rescue ship. Alex sat up quickly. He was lying on something that looked like a bed, but it was floating in the air. He reached out to touch the wall. As his hand got close, the wall changed color. "Wow," Alex whispered. Then he remembered his situation. Where was he? Where were the rescuers? He looked down at himself. His spacesuit was gone. Instead, he was wearing a silvery outfit that felt soft and light. "Hello," Alex called out. His voice echoed in the strange room. Suddenly, a part of the wall opened up. It wasn't a door before, but now it was, and through it came the alien Alex had seen on the moon's surface. Alex's heart beat fast. The alien was even taller up close. Its skin shimmered like it was made of tiny, colorful lights. "Welcome, Alex Reeves," the alien said, but its mouth didn't move. The words just appeared in Alex's mind. "Where am I?" Alex asked. "What happened to the rescue team?" The alien made a sound that might have been a chuckle. "Do not worry. Your friends are safe. We have pause time for a little while." Alex's eyes went wide. "Pause time? How is that possible?" "There is much about the universe you do not yet understand," the alien said. "We are here to help you learn." Alex had so many questions. He didn't know where to start. "Who are you?" he finally asked. "We are the Lunarians," the alien said. "We have lived on your moon for many thousands of your years. We watch over your planet and many others." Alex's mind was buzzing with excitement and confusion. "But why haven't we seen you before? Why are you showing yourselves to me now?" The alien moved closer. Its big eyes looked kindly at Alex. "Your species is reaching a critical point in its development. The choices you make in the coming years will determine your future. We believe it is time to offer our guidance." Alex thought about this. It was a lot to take in. "So, what happens now?" he asked. "Now we heal you," the alien said. It waved its hand, and a strange device appeared floating in the air. The device looked like a ball of light. It moved towards Alex and hovered over him. Alex felt a warm, tingly sensation all over his body. His headache disappeared. His sore muscles felt better. "That's amazing," Alex said. "How does it work?" The alien made that chuckling sound again. "It is simple energy manipulation. Your scientists are beginning to understand similar principles." As the healing device floated away, Alex had an idea. "Can you teach me about your technology? Maybe we could use it to help people on Earth." The alien's colors shifted, becoming darker. "We must be careful," it said. "Some of our technology could be dangerous if misused. We will share what we think is safe and helpful." Alex nodded. He understood. Even on Earth, new technologies could cause problems if people weren't careful. "So, what can you teach me?" Alex asked eagerly. The alien waved its hand again. The room changed. Suddenly, Alex felt like he was floating in space. Stars surrounded him. Planets and galaxies swirled by. "First, let us show you your place in the universe," the alien said. For what felt like hours, Alex learned about stars and planets he had never seen before. The alien showed him how galaxies moved, how stars were born and died. It was the best science lesson ever. As they flew through space, Alex asked lots of questions. The alien answered patiently, explaining things in ways Alex could understand. "This is incredible," Alex said. "I wish I could share this with everyone on Earth." The alien's colors brightened. "Perhaps one day you will. But for now, it must remain a secret. Your people are not yet ready for all of this knowledge." Alex felt a little sad about that, but he understood. It was a big responsibility to know these things. As the space hue faded and they were back in the room, Alex had another question. "Will I see you again?" he asked. The alien nodded. At least, Alex thought it was a nod. "We will be watching over you, Alex Reeves. When the time is right, we will meet again." Alex smiled. He liked the idea of having an alien friend watching out for him. Now the alien said, "It is time for you to return. Your friends are worried about you." Alex didn't want to leave. There was so much more he wanted to learn. But he knew he had to go back. "Thank you," he said to the alien, "for everything." The alien raised its hand in what looked like a wave. "Remember, Alex, you have an important role to play in your world's future. Use what you have learned wisely." Before Alex could say anything else, the room started to fade. He felt like he was falling, but gently, like a feather floating down. Then suddenly, he was back on the moon's surface. The rescue team was around him, looking worried. "Commander Reeves, are you okay?" Captain Lee was asking. "You blacked out for a moment there." Alex blinked. Had it all been a dream? But no, he could still feel the warm, tingly feeling from the healing device. It had been real. He smiled at Captain Lee. "I'm fine," he said. "Better than fine, actually. I feel great." As the rescue team helped him to their ship, Alex looked back at the moon's surface. For a second, he thought he saw a shimmer of colorful light. He smiled to himself. Alex knew he had a big secret to keep, but he also knew that someday, when the time was right, he would share what he had learned. For now, he was just happy to have a weird, wonderful helper watching over him and the whole Earth. Meeting new friends, Alex sat in the rescue ship, looking out the window at the Earth getting bigger. His mind was full of everything that had happened. The crash, the alien, the amazing things he had learned. It all seemed like a dream, but he knew it was real. "How are you feeling, Commander Reeves?" Captain Lee asked, floating over to him. Alex smiled. "Much better, thank you. Just thinking about everything." Captain Lee nodded. It must have been scary, being alone on the moon like that. If only she knew, Alex thought. He wasn't alone at all. But he couldn't tell her that. Not yet. As the ship got closer to Earth, Alex felt a strange tingling in his head. Then he heard a voice. The alien's voice. "Alex Reeves," the voice said in his mind. "We have more to show you. Are you ready?" Alex's heart beat faster. More. He looked around. The other astronauts were busy with their work. They couldn't hear the voice. "Yes," Alex thought back. "I'm ready." Suddenly, everything around Alex froze. Captain Lee stopped mid-sentence. The lights on the control panel stopped blinking. It was like someone had pressed pause on the whole world. Then, in a flash of soft light, Alex found himself back in the alien room. But this time, he wasn't alone. 3 Lunarians stood in front of him. "Welcome back, Alex," said the alien he had met before. "These are my friends. We would like you to meet them." Alex looked at the other 2 aliens. They were similar to the first one, but each had slightly different colors and shapes. "Hello," Alex said, waving his hand. "It's nice to meet you." The aliens didn't wave back. Instead, they made a sound like soft bells ringing. Alex realized they were laughing. "We do not use hands to greet," one of the new aliens said in Alex's mind. "We share thoughts. Like this." Suddenly, Alex felt a warm, friendly feeling wash over him. It was like getting a hug. but in his mind. "Wow," Alex said. "That's amazing. Can I do that too?" The aliens looked at each other. Their colors changed, becoming brighter. "You are learning quickly," the first alien said. "Try to send a thought to us. Think of a happy memory and push it towards us with your mind." Alex closed his eyes. He thought of his first day as an astronaut, how excited and proud he felt. He imagined pushing that feeling out from his mind. The aliens made the bell-like sound again. "We felt it," they said. It was faint, but clear. "Well done, Alex." Alex grinned. He was talking with his mind. To aliens, this was the coolest thing ever. "Now," said one of the new aliens, "we would like to show you more of our home." The room around them changed. Suddenly, they were standing in a large open space. It looked like a park, but everything was strange and beautiful. The trees were tall crystals that changed colors. The grass was soft and bouncy, like tiny trampolines. "This is where our young ones play," an alien explained. As if on cue, several smaller aliens appeared. They were bouncing on the grass, climbing the crystal trees, and making happy bell sounds. Alex watched in amazement. "They're like kids," he said. "Do they go to school?" The aliens shared another laugh feeling with Alex. "Not school as you know it," one said. "But yes, they learn. Watch." One of the young aliens went up to a crystal tree. It put its hand on the trunk. Suddenly, the tree lit up with images. Alex saw planets, stars, and strange symbols floating in the air around the tree. "They learn by connecting with our knowledge banks," an alien explained. "All the information we have collected over millions of years is available to them." Alex's eyes were wide. "That's incredible. It's like a living internet." The aliens seemed pleased that Alex understood. "Would you like to try?" they asked. Alex nodded eagerly. He walked up to a crystal tree and put his hand on it. At first, nothing happened. Then, slowly, images started to appear. But they were blurry and kept changing. "Don't try to control it," an alien advised. "Let your mind be open. The knowledge will come." Alex took a deep breath and relaxed. Suddenly, clear images filled his mind. He saw distant planets, strange creatures, and amazing machines. It was like watching 1,000 movies all at once, but he could understand it all. After what felt like hours, but was probably just minutes, Alex stepped back from the tree. His head was buzzing with new information. "That was, wow," he said. "I learned so much." The aliens nodded. "You have a quick mind, Alex, but remember, with knowledge comes responsibility." Alex thought about that. He knew they were right. He couldn't just go back to Earth and tell everyone everything. It could cause panic or be used in the wrong way. "I understand," he said. "I'll be careful with what I know." The alien seemed happy with his answer. "Now," one said, "would you like to meet some of our young ones?" Before Alex could answer, 3 small aliens bounced over. They were about half Alex's height, and their colors changed quickly, like they were excited. "Hello, Earth being," one of the young aliens said in Alex's mind. Its mental voice sounded younger, more energetic. "Hi there," Alex said, smiling. "I'm Alex. What's your name?" The young alien made a series of musical notes in Alex's head. "That's my name," it said, "but you can call me Star." Alex laughed. "Nice to meet you, Star." "And you too as well," he said to the other young aliens. Star bounced up and down. "Do you want to play with us? We can show you our favorite game." Alex looked at the adult aliens. They nodded, encouraging him to go. "Sure," Alex said. "What's the game?" Star and his friends led Alex to a clear area. They showed him how to bounce extra high on the soft ground. Then they started throwing balls of light to each other. Alex tried to catch the light balls, but his hands went right through them. The young aliens laughed their bell laugh. "Not with your hands, silly," Star said. With your mind. Alex concentrated. He imagined catching the ball of light. To his surprise, it stopped in front of him, hovering. I did it, he shouted. The young aliens cheered. For the next while, Alex couldn't tell how long, he played with his new alien friends. They taught him more mind games and showed him how to change the colors of the crystal trees. As they played, Alex realized something. Even though these aliens were so different, in many ways they were just like humans. They played, they learned, they laughed. They cared about each other. When it was time for Alex to go back, he felt sad. He had made new friends, and he didn't want to leave. Don't worry, Star said, sensing Alex's feelings. We'll see each other again someday, when you're ready. Alex smiled. I'd like that, he said. He waved goodbye to his new friends as the alien park faded away. In a blink, Alex was back on the rescue ship. Everything was moving again. Captain Lee was finishing her sentence, not realizing any time had passed. Alex looked out the window at the Earth. It looked different now, smaller somehow. He knew there was so much more out there, and he had friends among the stars. As the ship headed home, Alex smiled to himself. He couldn't wait to see what other adventures were waiting for him in the future. Secret Moon City. Alex was back on Earth, but he couldn't stop thinking about his alien friends. He missed Star and the amazing things he had seen. Every night, he looked up at the moon and wondered what the Lunarians were doing. One night, as Alex was stargazing, he felt a familiar tingle in his head. Alex Reeves, the alien voice said in his mind, "Are you ready for another adventure?" Alex's heart raced with excitement. Yes, he thought back. I'm ready. In a flash of soft light, Alex found himself back on the moon. But this time, he wasn't in his spacesuit. He was wearing the silvery outfit the aliens had given him before. His alien friend was waiting for him. Welcome back, Alex, it said. Today, we have something special to show you. The alien waved its hand, and a strange vehicle appeared. It looked like a car, but it had no wheels. Instead, it floated above the ground. Wow, Alex said. Is this a moon car? The alien made its bell laugh sound. Something like that. Hop in. Alex climbed into the moon car. It was comfy inside, like sitting on a cloud. The alien got in too, and the car started to move. They zoomed across the moon's surface. Alex watched in amazement as they passed craters and hills. Everything looked gray and dusty. Where are we going? Alex asked. You'll see, the alien said. Its colors change, looking excited. Suddenly, they came to a big hill. The moon car didn't slow down. It went right towards the hill. Bum, shouldn't we turn? Alex asked, getting nervous. But the alien just said, watch. Just as they were about to hit the hill, it disappeared. Like magic, the hill vanished, and they went right through. Alex's mouth fell open. On the other side was the most amazing thing he had ever seen. It was a city, a huge, shining city on the moon. Tall buildings made of crystal and light reached up towards the starry sky. Streets full of floating cars and walking aliens crisscrossed between the buildings. In the center was a massive dome, so clear it was almost invisible. Welcome, the alien said, to Lunaria City. Alex couldn't believe his eyes. A whole city. On the moon. How is this possible? The alien's colors rippled with pride. We've been here for millions of years, Alex. We've had time to build. They drove into the city. Alex saw aliens of all sizes walking around. Some were tall like his friend. Others were small like Star. They all moved gracefully in the low gravity. The moon car stopped in front of a tall building. Come, the alien said. Let's get a better view. They got out and went inside. The building had no elevator. Instead, they stepped onto a platform that started floating up. Higher and higher they went. Alex could see more and more of the city. It was huge, much bigger than he thought at first. Finally, they reached the top. Alex gasped. He could see the whole city spread out below him. "It's beautiful," he said. The alien nodded. "This is our home. We've lived here in secret, watching over Earth and other planets." Alex had so many questions, but why hide? Why not tell everyone on Earth about you? The alien's colors darkened a bit. Not all humans are ready to know about us. Some might be scared. Others might want to use our technology for bad things. Alex thought about that. He knew the alien was right. Even on Earth, people sometimes used new discoveries in the wrong way. "So what do you do here?" Alex asked, looking out at the city again. "Many things," the alien said. "We study the universe. We make new discoveries. And we help planets that need it." The alien pointed to a big building with a dome on top. "That's our science center. Want to see inside?" Alex nodded eagerly. In a blink, they were inside the building. It was like the biggest laboratory Alex had ever seen. Aliens were working at strange machines. Holograms of stars and planets floated in the air. "This is where we study the universe," the alien explained. They walked up to a machine. It looked like a big ball with lights all over it. "This," the alien said, "is a universe viewer. It lets us see any part of space we want." The alien touched the ball. Suddenly, the room around them disappeared. Alex felt like he was floating in space. "Wow," he said. "It's like we're really there." The alien smiled. At least, Alex thought it was a smile. "We can go anywhere. Want to see your solar system?" Alex nodded. The space around them changed. He saw the sun, then the planets spinning around it. "There's Earth," he said, pointing to the blue planet. "Yes," the alien said. "And there." It pointed to a small dot near Earth. "That's our city." Alex looked closely. He could just barely see a tiny sparkle on the moon's surface. "Amazing," he whispered. They spent what felt like hours exploring the universe. Alex saw stars being born and planets he had never heard of. Finally, the alien said it was time to go back. The universe around them faded, and they were back in the science center. "This is just a small part of our city," the alien said. "There's so much more to see." Alex's head was spinning with all he had learned. "Can I come back?" he asked. "There's so much more I want to know." The alien's colors brightened. "Of course, Alex. You're our friend now. You can visit whenever you're ready." Alex felt happy hearing that. He had alien friends in a secret moon city. As they walked back to the moon car, Alex saw something that made him stop. "Is that a park?" he asked, pointing to a green area. The alien nodded. "Yes. Would you like to see it?" They walked into the park. Alex was amazed. There were trees and flowers, just like on Earth, but they were inside a big bubble. "How is this possible?" he asked. "We've created a special environment," the alien explained. "It's like a piece of Earth, here on the moon." Alex touched a leaf. It felt real. He smelled the flower. It smelled sweet. "This is incredible," he said. As they walked through the park, Alex saw alien children playing. They were running and laughing, just like kids on Earth. One of the children saw Alex and waved. Alex waved back, smiling. "They're just like us," he said softly. The alien put a hand on Alex's shoulder. "Yes, Alex. In many ways, we're not so different." As they got back in the moon car, Alex felt sad. He didn't want to leave. "Don't worry," the alien said, sensing his feelings. "You'll be back. There's still much for you to learn." Alex nodded. He knew this was just the beginning of his adventures. As the moon car headed back to where they started, Alex took one last look at the secret city. It sparkled like a jewel. On the moon's surface, he smiled to himself. He had a big secret now, a whole city of friends on the moon. He couldn't wait to see what other wonders were waiting for him in the future. Big choice. Alex sat at his desk, looking at a picture of Earth taken from space. It had been 2 months since his last visit to the secret moon city. He missed his alien friends and all the amazing things he had seen. Just then, his phone rang. It was NASA calling. "Hello, Commander Reeves," said the voice on the phone. "We have some big news for you." Alex's heart beat faster. "What is it?" he asked. "You've been chosen to lead the first long-term mission to the moon," the NASA officer said. "You'll be living on the moon for a whole year." Alex couldn't believe it. A year on the moon. It was a dream come true for any astronaut. But then he thought about the secret city. What would happen if he found it while on his mission? "That's amazing," Alex said, trying to sound excited. "When do we leave?" "In 6 months," the officer said. "You'll start special training next week." After the call ended, Alex sat back in his chair. His mind was racing. This was his big chance, but it was also a big problem. Just then, he felt the familiar tingle in his head. The aliens were calling him. In a flash of light, Alex found himself back in the alien room on the moon. His Lunarian friend was waiting for him. "Hello, Alex," the alien said. "We heard the news about your mission." Alex wasn't surprised that they knew. "Yes," he said. "It's a great honor, but—" The alien's colors changed, showing it understood. "You're worried about our secret," it said. Alex nodded. "What should I do?" "I can't turn down the mission. It's too important, but I don't want to put your city in danger." The alien was quiet for a moment. Then it said, "We have been discussing this, Alex. We think it's time for a change. We have a proposal for you." Alex listened carefully as the alien explained their plan. "We believe it's time for humans to know about us," the alien said, "but we need to do it slowly, carefully. And we think you're the perfect person to help." Alex's eyes went wide. "Me? But how?" The alien's colors brightened. "During your mission, you will discover signs of our presence. Nothing too big at first, just enough to make humans curious." Alex thought about this. "Like what?" he asked. "Perhaps you'll find strange markings on moon rocks," the alien said, "or see lights in the distance that you can't explain. We'll guide you, help you know what to show and when." It was a big responsibility. Alex felt excited, but also nervous. "What if something goes wrong?" he asked. The alien put a hand on Alex's shoulder. "We trust you, Alex. We've watched you. We know you'll make the right choices." Alex took a deep breath. This was bigger than anything he had ever done before. It wasn't just about being an astronaut anymore. It was about changing the future of 2 worlds. "Okay," he said. "I'll do it, but I have so much to learn before I'm ready." The alien nodded. "That's why we're going to train you starting now." For the next few hours, or was it days, time felt different here. Alex learned amazing things. The aliens taught him about their history, their science, and their hopes for the future. They showed him how to use some of their technology. Alex learned to send messages with his mind, to see things far away, and even to move small objects without touching them. "Remember," the alien said, "you can't show humans these skills yet, but they will help you understand us better." As the training went on, Alex started to feel the weight of his task. He would be the bridge between 2 worlds. It was exciting, but also scary. One day, during a break in his training, Alex sat looking out at the Earth from the alien city. It looked so small and fragile from here. His alien friend floated up beside him. "What are you thinking, Alex?" it asked. Alex sighed. "I'm thinking about how big this all is," he said. "What if I make a mistake? What if humans aren't ready to know about you?" The alien's colors changed to show understanding. "Change is never easy," it said, "but we believe it's time. And we believe in you." Alex nodded, but he still felt unsure. "Can I ask you something?" he said. "Of course," the alien replied. "Why me?" Alex asked. "Why did you choose me for this?" The alien was quiet for a moment. Then it said, "Do you remember when your ship crashed on the moon?" Alex nodded. How could he forget? "We watched you then," the alien said. "We saw how brave you were, how you didn't give up even when things looked hopeless. But more than that, we saw your curiosity, your openness to new ideas." The alien's colors brightened. "When we first showed ourselves to you, you weren't afraid. You were excited to learn, to understand. That's rare, Alex. Many humans would have been scared of us." Alex felt proud hearing this. But he also felt the weight of the alien's trust in him. "It's a big choice, Alex," the alien said. "We're asking you to keep our secret, but also to slowly reveal it. It won't be easy. Are you sure you're ready?" Alex thought hard. He thought about his family and friends on Earth. He thought about his dream of being an astronaut. And he thought about his new alien friends and all the amazing things he had seen. Finally, he made his decision. "I'm ready," he said. "I'll do it. I'll be your bridge to Earth." The alien's colors glowed with happiness. "Thank you, Alex," it said. "This is the start of a new chapter for both our worlds." As Alex prepared to return to Earth, he felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. He had a big job ahead of him. He would be living on the moon, doing his astronaut duties, but also slowly introducing the world to the idea that we're not alone in the universe. "Remember," the alien said as Alex was leaving, "we'll be with you every step of the way. When you look up at the moon, know that we're looking back at you." Alex smiled. He wasn't alone in this big task. He had friends on the moon. As he returned to his room on Earth, Alex looked out his window at the moon. It didn't look the same to him anymore. Now he knew it held an amazing secret, and soon he would start sharing that secret with the world. Alex took a deep breath. His big adventure was just beginning. Going home, big secret. The big day had finally come. Alex stood in front of his spacecraft, ready to start his year-long mission on the moon. He was excited, but also nervous. He had a big secret to keep, and an even bigger task ahead. As he waved to the cameras and his family, Alex thought about his alien friends. They were watching too, he knew, from their secret city on the moon. "Good luck, Commander Reeves," his fellow astronauts called out. Alex smiled and gave a thumbs up. If only they knew what was really waiting on the moon. The countdown began. 10, 9, 8. Alex took a deep breath. 7, 6, 5. He thought of all he had learned. 4, 3, 2. He was ready for this. 1. Blast off. The rocket roared to life. Alex felt the power pushing him back into his seat. As they soared into the sky, he looked out the window. The Earth got smaller and smaller. After a long journey, they finally reached the moon. As they prepared to land, Alex felt a tingle in his head. It was a message from his alien friend. "Welcome back, Alex," the voice said in his mind. "Remember, we're here if you need us. Good luck." Alex smiled to himself. It was good to know he had secret allies up here. The spacecraft landed smoothly on the moon's surface. Alex and his team cheered. They had made it. Over the next few days, Alex and the other astronauts set up their moon base. It was hard work, but exciting. All the while, Alex kept an eye out for any signs of the alien city. One day, while out on a moonwalk, Alex saw something strange. There was a weird mark on a rock, like nothing he had seen before. "Hey guys, come look at this," he called to his team. The other astronauts gathered around. They all looked puzzled. "What do you think it is?" one of them asked. Alex shrugged, trying to look confused. But inside, he was excited. This was the start of his secret mission. "I'm not sure," he said, "but it doesn't look natural. We should take some pictures and send them back to Earth." The team agreed. They took lots of photos and samples. Alex knew this would get people on Earth talking. It was the first small step in revealing the truth about the aliens. As the days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, Alex kept finding more strange things. Sometimes it was odd lights in the distance. Other times it was weird readings on their instruments. Each time, he made sure his team noticed. And each time, they sent the information back to Earth. Scientists there were getting more and more excited. They couldn't explain what was happening on the moon. One night, as Alex was alone in the control room, he got another message from his alien friend. "You're doing well, Alex," the voice said. "Humans are starting to ask the right questions. Soon, it will be time for the next step." Alex felt both excited and nervous. "What's the next step?" he asked in his mind. "You'll see," the alien replied. "Just be ready." The next day, while Alex was out on another moonwalk, something amazing happened. In the distance, he saw a shimmering light. It looked like a door opening in the side of a hill. Alex's heart raced. He knew what this was. The aliens were showing themselves. "Look," he shouted to his team. "Over there." The other astronauts turned to look. They all gasped. "What is that?" One of them asked. I don't know," Alex said, pretending to be as surprised as they were. They all watched as a figure came out of the light. It was tall and shimmering, just like Alex's alien friends. But this one looked different, more official. The alien raised a hand in greeting. Then, to everyone's shock, they heard a voice in their heads. "Greetings, people of Earth," the voice said. "We are the Lunarians. We come in peace." Alex's teammates were freaking out. They couldn't believe what was happening. But Alex felt calm. He knew this moment would come. The alien continued. "We have lived on your moon for many of your years. We have watched your progress. Now we believe it is time to meet." One of Alex's teammates found his voice. "But how? Why now?" The alien turned to look at Alex. "Your commander has helped us understand you better. We believe, with his help, we can build a bridge between our worlds." All eyes turned to Alex. He took a deep breath. It was time to reveal his secret. "It's true," he said. "I've known about the Lunarians for months. They saved me when my ship crashed here. They've been teaching me, preparing for this moment." His teammates looked shocked and a little hurt. "Why didn't you tell us?" one asked. Alex smiled sadly. "I couldn't. Not until they were ready. I'm sorry I had to keep it secret." The alien stepped forward. "Do not be angry with Alex. He has done a great service for both our peoples. Now we invite all of you to come and learn about us, as Alex has." As they followed the alien towards the shimmering door, Alex felt a weight lift off his shoulders. The secret was out. Now the real work could begin. Over the next days and weeks, Alex helped introduce his teammates to the Lunarians. He watched as they experienced the same wonder and excitement he had felt. Back on Earth, the news of alien life on the moon caused a huge stir. There was excitement, fear, and lots of questions. But thanks to Alex's careful preparation, most people were ready to accept the truth. As his year on the moon came to an end, Alex stood looking at the Earth again. But this time, he wasn't alone. His alien friend stood beside him. "You did well, Alex," the alien said. "You've changed the course of history for both our worlds." Alex nodded. "What happens now?" he asked. The alien's colors shifted in a way that Alex now knew meant a smile. "Now we learn from each other. We grow together. And who knows, maybe one day we'll explore the stars together." As Alex prepared to return to Earth, he felt proud of what he had done. He had kept a big secret, but now he was going home to share an even bigger truth. He looked back at the secret moon city one last time. It wasn't a secret anymore. Now it was a symbol of new friendships and new adventures to come. Alex smiled. His journey had started with a scary crash on the moon, but it had led to the most amazing discovery in human history. As he boarded the ship for Earth, he knew this wasn't the end of his story. It was just the beginning of a whole new chapter for all of humanity.